Paddy Galloway has built one of the most strategically positioned YouTube channels ever. With 528,000 subscribers, 34.4 million views, and just 33 uploads, it's a masterclass hidden in plain sight. On the surface, it just looks like some creator analysis content, but if you look a little closer, something else is happening. So many have tried to copy him, but because they didn't understand why, they miss it completely. If ever there's a channel that we need to closely study, this is it. You see, it all revolves around Paddy's three-part YouTube strategy, a strategy that's helped shape some of the biggest YouTube channels in history. And it starts with part 1. Everyone knows Paddy for his YouTube case studies delving into the biggest names on YouTube. He repeatedly created videos about the most viral creators as they blew up, but people often make the mistake of thinking that this channel is about other creators. That's not what this is really about. Let me show you why this is the perfect filtering mechanism disguised as mass appeal in 2 parts. First, we have his thumbnail selection and title format on his channel. The thumbnails are simple and clear and not overly produced, kind of like a PowerPoint presentation. The titles are optimized for reach, but they clearly communicate one simple message over and over again. If you look closely at his titles, a very deliberate pattern emerges. Over 70% follow the same structural formula. It's basically how big creator's name achieved a specific outcome. For example, how Ryan Trahan got 1,000% more views, how MrBeast made YouTube's greatest video, and how Mark Rober averages 37 million views per video. Nearly half explicitly include the word genius. More on that later on. And almost every title contains measurable metrics. Millions of views, subscriber growth, revenue numbers, percentages. They're concise and usually 8 to 14 words and remarkably repeatable. He even revisits the same elite creators multiple times. And this isn't random. It's structured positioning disguised as analysis. When we actually watch a video on his channel, they follow a very clear set of rules. They are presented as a whiteboard animation, logical, calm and strategically framed, professionally structured, and they presume platform literacy. They're not targeting entry-level creators, edited for entertainment viewing, designed for surface-level consumption. Instead of creating a video about 5 hacks to get more subscribers on YouTube, he deliberately chooses to create an alternative version, such as how Beluga gained 4 million subscribers in 3 months. So why is this such a big deal? And why does this channel command so much authority? Who is it actually optimized for? Well, obviously his content is positioned for maximum viewership, but Paddy Galloway's topic selection, titles, thumbnails and video formatting are really filtering for decision makers, brand strategists, large creators and corporate teams who are looking to maximize their reach via an expert consultant. You see, Paddy has done something very smart here. Quite literally, his videos are boardroom safe. In fact, they play similar to a presentation. It's not just good analysis. His channel is designed to pre-qualify extremely high-paying clients before they even contact him. In the short term, he generates some AdSense and generates some affiliate commission, sure, but they aren't the end goal. The real audience isn't the majority. It's that top 0.001% of his viewers. If you pay attention, you might even notice him directly addressing them within the video.
Thanks for watching and shout out to MrBeast for changing the YouTube game.
But reaching the right people is only the first step, which takes us on to part 2 of his hidden strategy. I believe that this is the most genius part of Paddy's strategy. There are 5 key elements to its success. Firstly, Paddy never offers the viewer tips, tricks or hacks. He builds respect and authority in the viewer's mind by talking in systems and processes like this. Now think about those big decision makers and executives that he wants to align with. The business world lives in systems and operating procedures. This is just one way of rapidly winning them over. Throughout all of his content breakdowns, Paddy consistently frames decisions as trade-offs. He doesn't simply say, this is the best strategy. Instead, he explains what it's optimized for and what it sacrifices. For example, he highlights growth versus retention, reach versus depth, and entertainment versus positioning. Now this is subtle, but incredibly powerful because this kind of trade-off thinking is exactly how executives make decisions. There are no perfect strategies in business, only deliberate choices. So by repeatedly framing YouTube in this way, Paddy isn't just explaining creators. He's demonstrating strategic maturity, which signals something important to those viewers he's trying to actually reach. He's showing them that he understands incentives, risk, and leverage, and can present it in a way that works for them. But the third authority lever is even bigger. Rather than just talking about creators, Paddy frequently explains why something works from YouTube's perspective, because he knows that this is crucial. Retention curves, session times, click-through rate, viewer satisfaction. He rarely presents these items as, here's how to cheat the system. Instead, they're framed as incentives and metrics. Instead of trying to hack YouTube, he's explaining how the system behaves. It's a very different position to take because true authority doesn't promise shortcuts and gimmicks. It demonstrates comprehension. When he consistently speaks about YouTube at a systems level and then ties creator success back to the platform incentives, he signals something subtle and powerful. He's not guessing. He's a content operator with first principles thinking. And to the right viewer, the strategist, the brand team, the executive, it really matters. Fourth is a little more obvious once you know who his true target is. Paddy deliberately chooses his tone and language within his videos, like this.
For example, in this video, why would MrBeast not want to help him out? It's free promotion for his business.
Why? Because mirroring language you might find within a corporate boardroom, he clearly signals, I'm one of you guys. Now combined with systems thinking, trade-off framing, and algorithm literacy, and executive level tone, he doesn't just build a channel, he builds trust and connection. But trust alone isn't the only play here, because the fifth authority point is even more strategic. Within every single one of his videos, Paddy Galloway demonstrates the very techniques that he explains. He's not just talking the talk, he's in fact walking the walk. He creates open loops.
His 100 million subscriber special is closing in on 40 million views in just 2 days.
He repeatedly uses superlatives.
In the space of 6 months, this guy here has gone from an unknown YouTuber to well over 1 million subscribers.
He rehooks the audience mid-video.
An equation that led to the greatest YouTube growth story of all time.
His scripts follow storytelling structures.
We all know that MrBeast is a master at keeping people watching from beginning to end.
And so much more. But my point here is this. To most viewers, it's just a breakdown. But to the right viewer, it's his portfolio full of proof and examples that can be comfortably shared with other decision makers and executives, even if that's an informal email or WhatsApp message. He's pre-qualifying himself before the connection, which is why part 3 of his strategy is absolute gold. Now this isn't as simple as you might initially think. It's often assumed that Paddy picks viral creators for broader reach, which is partly true. However, it's far smarter than that because there are 2 other reasons that are a lot more important, starting with the first. You see, authority builds trust. But trust alone doesn't create opportunity. Let's take a look at some of the creators he's repeatedly chosen to analyse. MrBeast, Beluga, Airac, Mark Rober, Ryan Trahan, Logan Paul. In doing this, he's directly aligning himself with creators at the top level of YouTube's ecosystem, especially if you consider when these videos were published. Second, a closer look shows that each of these videos are full of strategic praise and public admiration for these creators. Within the video titles, thumbnails, and videos, he regularly calls the target creator a genius. Now reconsider those in-video shoutouts too.
Why MrBeast is the smartest YouTuber on the platform.
Paddy isn't just creating breakdowns here, he's signalling proximity and strategically embedding himself in conversations between an elite network of potential clients. I mean, it's not really that secret, is it? These creators know each other very well. They collaborate, appear on the same podcasts, attend the same events, and often share the same advisors and teams. Between them, they form a concentrated power network. And he knows that by consistently publishing thoughtful, structured breakdowns of the biggest creators on the platform, 2 things happen. First, their audiences will see him. Second, and more importantly, the creators themselves, their teams, and other big brands will see it too. For example, do you think somebody at Red Bull might be interested in creating content like Mark Rober and MrBeast? Now, is it a coincidence that he has now worked with some of these creators? It's exactly the audience Paddy truly wanted. And if you look closely at his channel page, there's even a direct consulting link in the primary position. No complex sales funnel or aggressive lead magnets, just a simple invitation, because the heavy lifting has already been done and the right viewers don't need convincing. They just need confirmation, and that's what his entire channel provides. It confirms competence at scale, which is why his third layer is about proximity. And once you understand that, you realize this was never just a YouTube channel. It was a high-level positioning exercise. Shout out to Paddy for providing such a solid example. So that only leaves one question. What is your channel optimized for? Views, leverage, growth, authority? Because two channels with a similar view count can produce wildly different levels of revenue, as I prove and break down in this next video here in the end screen. Please check it out.